Okay.
I'm gonna do this. How to introduce Mesquite?
Yeah, we're round 1 in Mesquite, bud.
Yeah, we're totally in Mesquite right now. And this is round 1.
That's the attitude.
Okay, bud, you suck at this. We get it. We didn't do this in Mesquite because we raced Sunday classes on Friday instead of Friday on Sunday, which caused massive confusion again. Joe Horner said this doesn't follow the schedule. How can Sunday classes be on Friday? But it just happened, right?
Use your imagination, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not everything like follows a schedule. Like
just follow the order on
yeah.
the paper. That's all you
We
gotta do.
committed to a Loretta Lynn schedule.
Pay more attention.
We committed to a Loretta Lynn qualifier for Sunday, thinking, yeah, we'll figure this out. We'll move some stuff around. Then we realized the date we had committed to Loretta's was the same date we really needed to open up RMX because we don't want to race on the Texas Amateur Nationals. We would like people to go to Springadine. We'd like people to go to Freestone. So we already had a commitment to a Loretta Lynn qualifier, but we wanted to get to 2-day racing right off the bat. So our Saturday-Sunday schedule turned into Friday-Saturday. We decided to keep Saturday as is, just like we were planning on doing all year long. So we raced Sunday classes on Friday. So we started off in mass confusion. We get it. You know, Sunday's classes were Fridays, but Mesquite went awesome. We were just going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday because we feel like people need to work sometimes and kids should go to school. And we posted the schedule, and the number one complaint we got was not, we're racing Friday, it's, why isn't there Thursday practice? So we added Thursday practice. So we prepped the track for 4 days. We practiced on Thursday, we raced on Friday, we raced on Saturday, we raced again on Sunday. There was 1,200 motocross RMX entries between Friday and Saturday. The season passes back, kids have their classes. We went racing. We had some new faces. We had the regulars. We had some people that have been at RMX from day one. We had some people that were at their first RMX. And in general, went pretty well. The new schedule is working. Long motos on Sundays, Fridays at Mesquite. Saturday split schedule went well. And it was good. So I think record turnout in 85s. I mean, we're not afraid to make change. You know, if you looked at the schedule, we had we called it All-Star. Like, what's my kid an All-Star? What's an All-Star? I don't know how many times I saw that on Instagram. Our bad, right? We can't have 65 open on Saturday and 65 open on Sunday. In hindsight, I guess we can.
Well, we thought that was going to confuse people. Well, yeah, see. We thought that was going to confuse people. And then it turns out what we did just confused people probably even more. But we'll get it
So
figured
we
out.
should have
We'll
called it
understand.
65 open Saturday, 65 open Sunday. Instead, we have a 65 open on a Saturday, and then we have a 65 All-Star on a Sunday. It sounded cool, right? It works in every other sport, so why can't we have a third class called All-Star? Well, is my kid an All-Star? Yes, your kid's an All-Star. Everyone's an All-Star. But
It's just a name.
That's very modern of you.
yeah, it caused mass confusion. So to answer the questions on social media, because I get it, we don't respond to social media. Yes, your child's an All-Star. So that answers that. So yes, All-Star is basic. Open Am, All-Star, Open All. It's just 2 Open Am classes. 1 Saturday's points, 1 Sunday's points. 85s, All-Star is open. 65, it's open on Sunday. However, we get it. We had 85cc All-Star listed as a class on Friday. Thursday night, we looked at the entries, and Courtney brought it to our attention that we had 62 85 open riders. 62, which is cool. Like, 62 realize their kids are All-Stars. But at the end of the day, what was going to happen is we were going to run divisions, and we were going to put 31 kids on the gate, and we were going to have a broad range of lap times because we were going to have some advanced kids and some new kids to the sport. And I hate to use the term beginner, but it is a beginner. It's an 85 beginner. And we were going to put them all on the gate together. There's 31 of them in Division 1. We were going to race, and 15 of them are going to transfer to the A main, and 15 are going to be left in the B main. And then we're going to do Division 2. and we have to watch that same thing again with some kids that are hucking the triples and the quads at Mesquite, and some kids that are rolling it, and it's the scariest thing you can watch as a track crew.
Yep.
And to randomly, separate it out, only for the computer to then take the top 15 kids from each division, put them in an A main, put the next 15 in the B main, and everyone races 2 classes, similar skill level, and it's safe. Well, we're smart enough to know right off the bat that if we have the ability to do that, let's just do it now. So Thursday night, we made an adjustment to our own class structure the night of the race, and said 85 All-Star is advanced riders, age group riders, and we're going to add an 85 beginner open. Like, we get it. Like, there's 62 85cc riders that need to come out, and we need 30 of equal lap times on the track together, and then another 30, and it's just safer. So we made a judgment call. We changed our own class structure Thursday night. Friday morning, here we go. It's Sunday's classes on Friday morning and a new race order. Like, Joe just couldn't figure it out. Like, but Joe figured it out. So, like, if Joe gets it, like, we got this. Like, Joe's very analytical. He read it. He's like, got it. Smart move. We're being safe out there. Joe likes safety. And we went racing. So I think we should start with the 85cc class because we messed with those kids. We put half of them out there in All-Star. We put half in beginner. But it was safe. The numbers were good. Some kids get some confidence winning some 85 beginner motos. And the 85 age group and advanced kids went racing. You have the results.
I don't. I have results.
Because we're really organized around here.
Every,
So,
every 85 moto I saw at Mesquite had this top 7. Cohen Jackman, Everett Clark, Wyatt Story, Grayson Townsend, Dan and Reed, Trinity Batchelor, and Mikey Hill. Those 7 are, you throw them out there in any moto, they're in any different order, just wide open. I can hear 85s just rung out all over the track with those 7 going at it.
I would say that that 85 Open is arguably the deepest field out of any class in RMX. Like,
And
that age group of kids is, man, it is super deep because you can keep going down that list and you can find a lot of potential that the results might not be there yet, but there's a lot of potential.
This is 85 Open. That was top 7 in 85 Open. There's some young kids and some older kids in there, and even the younger kids that are inside the top 10, top 15 are moving pretty good.
Yeah, right.
So-
Because you didn't say, I'm just running the risk of forgetting somebody, but you have Parker Miller and Camden Eicher, and you have some younger kids on 85s or whatever that the results might not be there every weekend, but man, it is deep because you have those 7 older kids, like you said, that are going really fast right now.
well, and if you talk on the 85s and you throw out Parker Miller's name, don't forget, like, he rung his bell.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he had an
didn't-
injury.
that's why he's not in the results.
I
Yeah.
had to
So-
peel him off the track.
Yeah.
Yeah, Parker was lost in the pits for 20 minutes trying to figure out where his camp
Yeah.
was that had been parked there for 6 months.
Yeah.
So Parker rung his bell. So
yeah, it's deep. Like you top 20 and 85 Open Moto, and you're a good rider.
well, and that's the thing is and you hate to skip around, but you got to call Super Minis 85s.
Yes.
Right. So 85 Open has divisions, but you start throwing in Super Minis into that same mix, and Coy rattled off 7 or 8 names that are going well, but then you throw in Jace Allred, who I'm pretty sure won every moto in Mesquite for
I think
Super
he did,
Minis and
yeah.
School War 1. Then you start throwing in Trini Batchelor, who Trini is like, he's just got to get consistent, right?
Yeah, and I think everybody does it.
Yeah,
at
they're
that
they're
age,
11.
Yeah.
They're 11. Like,
Yeah.
he celebrated his 12th birthday down there in
Yep.
Mesquite.
Yep.
Like Trini's gonna win some motos, and he's gonna finish 27th.
Yeah.
But the one thing that will happen is he'll be at Loretta's, and he'll have some top 10 rides because that's who he is. And you throw that in that mix of kids, it gets crazy. You have Crew Kenton, who's a Super Mini only rider.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's coming off an injury too, so he's just gonna keep getting better and better.
Yeah, so you have some. It's crazy to think that, like, I went to a local race and finished 20th. Like, I got to get faster. No, you're
riding good. I mean, yes, you do. Yeah, get faster. Like, it should be motivation and everything. But yeah, it's deep. It's
But-
really deep.
Can I comment on one of those names? Mikey Hill. What
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
he do for the last 6 months?
Yeah, I don't know what that kid did. I just didn't see him all winter. Well, Moto 86 races, this and
Yeah.
that. But from when RMX ended last year to round one, he has shot up.
Yeah.
And, I didn't see that one
Yeah,
coming at all.
if you're watching 85 motos and you're used to seeing certain kids up front, get used to seeing that 447.
Yep.
Like that husky is moving.
He's ready.
Like I took a double take at Mesquite.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I'm not discrediting the young man. Like last year, I kind of expected to see him 10 to 15, and he was in a podium spot in motos at Mesquite. You know, I know he had a couple of get-offs, so I don't know how his final results ended. Cody's got those, but that doesn't matter to me. I don't care where your results ended. You can see a couple of laps and go, that little boy can ride a dirt bike, and he is riding a dirt bike. So I'm pumped for that little guy. Whatever he's doing, keep doing it, Mikey. That's impressive. But that whole 85 class, Luke and Davis Daniels, like they're gonna start.
Yep.
Like they're gonna chip up there,
They're gonna start chipping
right?
away at it.
They get top tens. You look out there and Davis all of a sudden is running around top 5, but like all 12-year-olds, they're top 5 and then they're on the ground and then they're top 5 again and then they're on the ground. But 85s is where it's at. Last year our
It
big
is.
class was 65s.
Yep.
This year, if you're running top 10 in 85s, you're moving, and honestly, you got to be pumped if you had a top 20. But I think that 85s in general, all year long. So the move to separate those guys, as much as we like to give the beginners the chance to race 85 open and race up, the right move is to have a beginner open and an 85. Because if you look at lap times and you look at those top 10, they're throwing down 250 intermediate lap times, guys. We gotta be. That's why we have those safety meetings. We have these discussions.
Yep.
And we make judgment calls because we gotta keep it as safe as possible, but as competitive as possible. So, 85 Open is gonna have its class all year long. 85 beginners are gonna have 3 different options to ride their dirt bikes. We're gonna have Basset Hounds barking all year long. It's phenomenal, and I can't. I mean, I'm looking at Super Mini 2 results, and 20th, Tyven Phillips.
Yep.
Like Tyven's rolling.
He's
Like
good.
Tyven's riding really good,
Right.
and that's 20th. Carson Gearhart 19th, Easton Mackey 18th, Alessio Chavez 17th, Jake Niederhauser 16th. That's a 15-11. Jake's flying. I know he got hurt at Mesquite, which is unfortunate, but I mean he's flying. And then 16th, Luke Daniels 15th, Henry Millicom 14th, Davis Daniels 13th, Destiny Burgess 12th, Peyton Brennan is in 11th, Crew Kenton 10th. Like, Crew Kenton, that's a kid that's been to Loretta's multiple times with a 6'8" at Mesquite. Like, that just goes to tell you, like, we have the tendency to look at the top 10s and the podiums and the top 5s, but you just, that 10 through 20,
It's deep.
they win motos at most motocross series, and they're fighting to get inside the top 10 here. So 85 open riders, I think it's on all year long.
I agree.
So, but that is the new class. You know, it was 65s last year. A lot of those kids moved up, but sticking with that, like, what does the 65 class look like for this year?
Camden Iker went 1-1. That's pretty impressive, seeing who's below him on that list. 2 Sawyer Geek, then Kyle Kim, little number 24 on a Yamaha 65 from California. I haven't seen him at one of our races before. Maybe he did something last year, but he was going really good. He went 3-3. Max Daniels 4, Nixon Greenhall 5, Traxton Phillips 6, Cash Bollinger, Weston Gearhart, Logan Maurer, and Ryder Novak. That's impressive. Top 10.
That's pretty cool because Novak is a 65 beginner.
Yep.
From
all Moto 86 series.
Yeah, Moto 86, straight up had a KX65. Talked to Cole Townsend about, like, how do I make this go faster and safer? And he was going to spend a bunch of money on suspension. And if you have dirt bike questions, go to Cole Townsend because he said save your money, buy a Husky.
Exactly.
Like, go get a KTM Husky gas. Like, love the Cowies. You guys all ride them. But the Cowie 65 is what it is. So,
Been the
Cool.
same for like 15 years.
yeah, same one Coy had.
Yep.
It's the same one Coy had. So, it was like last year. So, like, no, I mean, seriously, the little Novak, that's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Because he
He's-
got that Husky, and then he ended up winning Moto 86 championship, and then he top 10 65 Open at round 1 on RMX.
Yeah.
That makes me pumped for that little
Yeah,
kid.
he's
And
out
he-
of 39.
That's really cool.
39 65s, and yeah.
That right there goes to show you put your head down, you work hard, you ride real motocross conditions, because that little guy was getting lapped in a beginner moto, more or less. He was struggling.
Yeah, he
was
was
struggling.
Yeah, he was a straight up beginner. I don't even think he's been riding dirt bikes for a year yet. So he's figuring it out quick.
So he gets on good equipment, he rides good conditions, and top 10.
Yep.
That's cool. That's cool. And there's a couple names in there that you just kind of go, that's cool. Like that, like Trax Phillips.
Yeah, Trax Phillips has been riding for about 2 years, and he went 6'6" for 6th overall.
Trax has been riding for 1 year at Mesquite.
That's true.
So he's
1 year.
coming up on a year and a half.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, not even a year and a half.
Yep. So in Mesquite, he was 1 year.
That's true.
And I don't still understand this whole AMA 7, but I'm 8 years old thing, but he's
Real life
AMA
age.
7. Yeah.
AMA 7, your real life age.
Yeah, can we just go with I'm 8 or I'm 8? But apparently you can be 8 but be AMA 7. But if you're RMX 8, I don't understand how it works. But regardless, Trax is going fast. And he is AMA 7. So, and he might actually be 7.
I think he's 8 now.
Clarification, parents, just shoot us a text. Tell us if we're wrong, right, or indifferent. We're not going to respond, but Trax is going good. And he's our buddy, so we like him. He's cool. He sits in the water truck. He wants to learn. But Trax Phillips is going fast. Sawyer Geeks, an 8-year-old.
Yep.
I mean,
Going really fast.
yeah, going fast, running podium speed in open. Iker has been to Loretta's multiple times. How are we supposed to convince people this is Mesquite with the Delta train going through the background and Harry and Lloyd coming in? But it is what it is. So we're up. We're up. So the Bassets are in. So 65 Open. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like those guys are going good.
And-
Those guys are going good.
Yeah, for sure. These kids are going to be. I'm pretty sure all these kids are fairly young. I know Camden Iker has an 85, but I don't think Sawyer, that Kyle Kim kid from California, I don't think I saw him on an 85. Max Daniels doesn't have an 85 yet. Nixon Greenhall, Traxman Phillips, Cash Bollinger's on an 85. Gearhart, Maurer, and Novak are all also on 65. So there's a bunch of young kids in that mix.
Gearhart's another one, isn't he? 8? 7?
Yeah, he might be 9 now, but in his 8-year-old year, I'm not sure on that one either.
Back to the he's 9, but he's
It's
RMX
real
8.
life 9.
Yeah. So, but he's a heck of a dirt bike rider and a good kid.
Yes.
So, I mean that's cool to read off 65 Open, and have half of the kids be in their 8, 9-year-old year.
Yep.
Like that's a good sign, because there was a fall off in the numbers in 65s because they all went into the 85 class.
Yep.
But then to see that kind of depth in 65.
Yeah, there's plenty more coming.
Yeah, it's
so.
there.
Yep.
And those kids lead into the 50s, because at the end of the day, Sawyer Geek, what did you say he was, Coy?
He was second overall in 65
Yeah.
Open. He went 4-2.
Which I think he won a bunch of 50 motos. He's still a 50cc rider.
Yep.
Geek's flying. He was hitting up Mesquite, hitting up the qualifier, and then on his way to Texas.
Yep. So if you want to jump right into that, jump into 50s, and on the topic of Sawyer, he went 1-1 in 7 to 8, 50 Open, and 50 All Star. So he never lost a 50 moto.
What's
Oh,
more
we can't-
impressive is that the 50 ran for 4 motos.
That's
I mean,
6 motos.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that. It's not that it's like, it's like you expect Sawyer to win motos. There's no
Yep.
question. I just don't expect a 50
Right.
to win 6 motos.
That's impressive. But yeah, and then you look
So
down
good.
from
Whoever's tuning that stuff, Dr. Honda, who now tunes 50s, by
Yeah.
the way, we're calling him out.
oh,
Oh yeah, did you not know that?
no,
Oh yeah.
he tunes RC cars.
Yeah, Dr. Honda is tuning RC cars. I have a photo to prove it. Like a Cobra on, and you know how like the the dyno at Pocatello Power Sports
Yeah.
is set up for Honda 450s. It's like even hard to get a Cowie on it.
Yeah.
Let alone like you can't even get a Cowie 450 to
No,
fit
I'm
on it.
trying.
You should have seen the number of straps to get a Cobra 50 to fit on Pocatello Power Sports dyno. But whatever happened, and I know Hymus is gonna hate us for this, but whatever happened, a Cobra 50 made it through 6 motos in Mesquite. That's pretty badass. And Sawyer did that.
Yeah.
But there's lots of 50s that are flying. Landon Hyde.
Yeah, below him, before we get to Landon Hyde, the little guys. So in the All Stars and the 7 to 8s, Ryden Morgan, Rai got second in All Star and Open. And then you go down. Chance Strong got third in All Star. Logan Hadley had a third in 50 Open. I know I'm bouncing around here, but Rhett Stott was consistent top 5. And then somewhere in here I saw, where did I see? Oliver Abreu from Vegas. He's riding really good. He had a 3 in Moto 1 of 50 Open, and then had a DNF. But he's riding really, really good. So those results didn't really show what Ollie Abreu can do, but he's in the mix, and he's another one in Texas. And so yeah, there's that's the 7 to 8 guys, and then you go to 4 to 6. You have Landon Hyde, Parker Renneker, Jet Rao, and Levi Brace that are all riding really, really good.
How about little Levi Brace?
He
rides a dirt bike the right way.
We have to save that for when we go to Delta, because hypothetically, I think he did pretty good at Delta. But yeah, like if you Jet Rao was 15th overall in 50 Open. I just lost everybody. Parker Renneker was 19th. Where did Levi Brace was 28th. I can't see Landon Hyde unless I'm just skipping over him for some reason. But the little guys are getting in the mix in 50 Open, and that's cool.
And I was thinking of Landon just because I watched that 4 to 6 moto.
Yeah.
Because at the
He
end
went
of
1-1 in 4 to 6. Parker Renneker 3-2. Jet Rao 2-3. And the Levi Brace 5-4.
Because I probably watch 4 to 6 more than I do anything, because at the end of the day we're trying to make sure we get the checker flag on the right guy, and they all look the same. And poor
They do
little
all look the
Jackson
same.
Eicher, like that's the best finish line flagger I've ever seen.
Yep.
Like the kid's unreal.
Yep.
Like no offense to Marshmallow, he's done a good job, but let's be honest, Jackson Eicher kills it, right?
Yeah, he's.
And you're trying to figure out who is leading 4 to 6. What's the yellow bike? They're all yellow. Like it's painful. So
Yep.
you watch that really close, and Landon Hyde made our
Yep.
job easy because he ripped whole shots and he led motos and he didn't tip over, and he did well.
Yep.
So
yeah.
props to Landon Hyde.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I want to point out on the 50 classes before we move on is 31 PW50s.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, those kids are
That's
just
so
out there
cool.
having fun, doing their thing. You know, who cares about results at the end of the day with that class? But yeah, 31 of them.
The
That's
dad on
pretty
the side
awesome.
of the track yelling to go faster. That's who cares about that class. Can't you hear him? He's in
Yeah.
the mechanics area screaming profanities to his kid to pass people. That's who cares. The rest of us don't care. Sorry, did I just call someone out?
We'll probably go like this. I care about the PW50s. You shouldn't care about where your kid finishes in the PW50 moto.
You should just care that they finish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Everyone gets a finisher trophy. Hey, Sam, you got a PW50. You don't yell at him to pass people. You just yell at him to ride.
No,
You
I
shouldn't
tried
yell.
to get him to ride.
That's a good point.
He's just trying to get them all.
He'll ride the backyard all day. I take him out here, he's like, nah.
How could you take him out here? We haven't ran this dirt bike race yet. We're just filming from the Delta Tower from
No,
Mesquite.
out
This
to
isn't possible.
Mesquite.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So 50s. 30 plus PW50s. Let's keep that going. Like whatever we got to do to make it good for them. Short courses that make sense, courses that grandmas can see the whole moto. Pax Miller, Jackie's in the stands.
Yeah.
Jackie's watching the moto. We're not shortening the course because we don't think they're capable. We're shortening the course so grandmas and grandpas can see the entire moto.
Yep.
So we're just trying to keep it in front of them.
Yep.
That's all we're trying to do. It's good for them, and we're trying to shorten the course. So lap times get a little long, but yeah, P-dubs.
There we go.
Big bikes, Pud. You watch big bike motos.
Do
He's in.
sometimes.
What do we
While
got?
I'm wiring.
Open Am.
Yeah, so Open Am, there's 32 riders, and for the most part, Wade Huffman has been kind of running it But in Mesquite, the Kiefers came. Aiden Kiefer, he actually impressed me a lot. I wasn't expecting him to be like up there as fast as he was after watching like just stuff that I've seen from like Loretta's last year and like his C-class motos, and but he's crushing it. Like he finished ahead of Casey Clinton. Clinton's been he's been on it.
He's solid too. He
yeah.
doesn't- yeah, he's just solid. He's smooth. His form is perfect.
Yep.
Yeah,
and
he's
then,
a good rider.
Yeah, and the old Jesse James in 4th. Like he's been riding really well. Like
I still remember at Tooele 2 years ago, and there was divisions in 85 Open, and I was staging motos, and Jesse had first gate pick. And I radioed Courtney and said, your results are wrong. Like, Jesse shouldn't have won a moto. Like, and I'm not knocking on Jesse, I'm just, like,
Yeah.
Jesse has come a long ways. And
Yep.
he won a moto in a divisional race at 85 Open in Tooele, and, like, I was trying to, like, casually ask what happened, and Ben could tell. Ben was like, he won this moto.
Yeah.
And then I've been watching Jesse ever since,
Yeah.
and I had a conversation with Ben in Mesquite, and told him that I think Jesse is a title contender at Loretta's.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think he's solid.
Yep.
He is, a C-class rider. Like, he deserves to be in the class. He's not sandbagging the class. Like, we hear that term a lot, and I hate that. I mean, how old is Jesse? 14? Maybe?
I'm not sure.
I mean, he's young.
We have to check on that.
And he's flying.
Yes.
So to be out front of Open Am, or in the front part of Open Am with this group, like, props to Jesse.
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm
that
pretty,
kid is
I'm
flying.
pretty sure over the weekend in Mesquite he raced like 16 motos or something
Yeah.
like that.
With all of
That's
his
right.
Loretta
Yep.
qualifiers and
Yep,
everything.
he was
Yeah.
16
Yeah, he
miles.
was
That's
spent.
a lot of riding.
And you know what? I think he was a podium kid in all,
Yeah.
in all of
moto.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. But then like
You take your hoodie off, Gav. We're not in we're in Mesquite. It's warm.
Oh yeah, this is the Mesquite post race show.
Yeah, like shut the door. The snow was blowing in. Yeah, it's not snowing.
but like also though in the Open Am you got Jory Jacobson, he was 10th, and Jory's been he's been training and
That's
working
cool.
with
Hard.
RMX
Pickle.
Academy.
Pickle.
Yeah.
Kid helps us flag during arena cross, and he's
Mhm.
trying.
Yeah.
Like, I
he's-
like Jory Jacobson.
He's out there just trying to get better.
He was a true beginner
Yeah.
2 years ago,
Yep.
and he's just getting better every weekend.
With the 10th and out of 32. And then you also got guys like, Parker Sampson getting back into it out there, getting 12th, in Open Am. Then
Can
it's
we
a
talk
long
about
moto.
Parker?
Yeah.
That is a
Can.
cool family.
Yeah.
Like, Justin Sampson's boy. Justin Sampson was racing plus 30A when you were on 85s, you were on 50s.
Yep.
Like that, like back in the day, racing Wild West.
Yeah.
Sampson, Betancourt, those were cool dudes.
Yeah, it's good
And-
to have them back.
And
in
now
the
to
chat.
have Justin, boy, like having
Yep.
Parker, I know his goal was Loretta's, and anything we can do to help him get there is cool, because Parker is a cool kid, and that's a 26, 27-year-old who's willing to race
Yeah.
the long Open Am moto.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And like if you want to talk about that, Zach Evans got 16th.
It's an eagle.
Yeah.
Like, he rides plus 45, plus 25, Open Am. Like,
Yeah.
Zach Evans cruises
Yeah.
around on his little single wheel, what are those called?
One wheel.
One wheel. Just Ryan's racing, Zach's racing. That's a cool family.
See Sam Anderson, DNS. I don't know what that's all about.
Did you sign up
I
for?
think he broke his leg. I don't know.
Did he? That's too bad.
Did you sign up and then you
I
just
signed up for so many classes.
and then just got scared?
You want to see what? Look at Garrett's results. It's like Garrett's on there. You want to sign up for like 8 classes, road 1, 2.
Yeah, but he did not start ahead of you. So he
Take
beat
that.
you. Take that. He did not start ahead of you.
Time he's gonna get it.
Yeah, he did not start ahead of you. Good work, Garrett. Good work.
I tried.
So yeah, Open Am. Like, we got some speed.
Yeah.
And on Saturday, that's a single moto, right? It's one long moto on Saturday, And on Sunday we call it Amateur All-Star because we want to confuse the parents.
And
You're an All-Star.
another kid that I've
If you
been-
start.
like another kid that I've been noticing lately is the number 53, the Cade Christensen. Like he's been
Yeah.
he's been getting rolling. Like he's been consistent.
I think he's on the Mikey Mikey Hill program.
Yeah, kind of similar
Yeah.
thing. Just building speed.
I think he's riding. They got some good stuff to ride in Boise.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, it's conditions.
Yep.
Like we've talked about this forever. Like you can train in a parking lot with Ricky Carmichael, or you can just go ride gnarly stuff.
Yep. You
And
figure it out.
you'll be a better dirt bike rider
Yep.
riding gnarly stuff.
Yep.
And Boise has like, they call it Pickle Butte. Like
Yep.
we should go check some of this stuff out. But you see pictures of people posting it, and it is whooped out, rutted, gnarly
Yep.
sand tracks. And I think it's paying off for
I agree.
Christensen. I think it's paying off for Hill. It's you can't ride highways, folks. We don't race on highways. You can't ride highways.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, he is going well.
Yeah, and so
Stice was in the mix.
Yeah.
Evan was up there. He's been riding off road.
Yep.
Open Am. I mean, we're gonna get Cam Horner back eventually.
Yep.
I mean, hopefully not too soon because we need him at the start gate for Delta.
Yes.
But I have a feeling we don't like by Skyline. I think we have Cam Horner back.
Yeah. Probably the Tuesday before Skyline, we'd probably be riding.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
That's a bold prediction sitting in Mesquite, Nevada, knowing that already.
Yeah. Or wait, yeah.
Interesting. So yeah, there is some. I mean, big bike amateur riders. They're going fast.
Cause yeah, like even the Christensen kid, like he was third in 250B, behind Clinton and Kiefer. So yeah, he's crushing it. And I mean, you always got to give a shout out to old Sophie. Sophie's out there just ruining all these 16-year-old boys' days. It's like she was fifth in 250 intermediate with a 6'4".
I was gonna say, I think she fell over
Yeah.
and got back to that 6'4".
Yeah.
Like yeah, Sophia is ruining but Taylor Allred ruined a bunch of kids' days.
She ruins my day a lot.
Yeah, you're not supposed to get beat by a girl, but we have some girls that ride dirt bikes at RMX. Like there's some girls that ride dirt bikes. Like they don't just ride dirt bikes; they race dirt bikes well. They're going fast. Chase's wife's gonna be one of them. She's starting to figure it out. I give her a couple rounds. She has Chase covered, but there is some girls that are flying.
When she gets a 250F, she'll be like really moving.
Yeah, when
We
she-
get a
when
250,
she
yeah.
gets a
Yeah, what's the goal here? Like, put your wife on an inferior product so she doesn't pass you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I got a sweet pit bike out of the deal.
But no, like Sophia.
Yeah.
Sophie Phelps is
she
flying.
crushes it.
And like the most well-spoken,
Mhm.
nice young lady you will ever talk to.
Yep.
Like, I'm pretty sure she called out Chris Kiefer
Uh-huh.
for Kiefer After Dark.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. I witnessed it. We witnessed it.
Yeah. Like,
she did.
I love Sophie. Like, she's unbelievable. But yeah, the big bikes at RMX.
I mean, she was 8th in Open Am and 5th in 250B.
And we talk about this every time. I mean, it's a regional championship series. I mean, you look at Open Am, you got Idaho, California, Utah, Nevada, all represented. You get some California in there in the mix. I mean,
Colorado, because Wade's.
yeah,
Wade's
Colorado. Wade
yeah.
Huffman. Yeah. And Wade, what a cool family.
Yeah, they're great people.
I
Fun
mean,
to have around.
Dan, Ryder, Wade, they're just good folks. So they're a lot of fun to have around. So
Yep.
Sticking with big bikes, did anyone watch any Novice motos?
With my eyes closed.
I mean, I watch it. I watch every Novice moto with my finger on the radio, ready to call out like a Red Cross. Not knocking on them, but they send it.
They do send it.
They
yeah.
send
They're
it.
trying to
they're
get
there,
better,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
You gotta give it to them.
But Jesse James, if you look at through 17, Jesse James, Trazen Robinson, Brax Morgan.
Yeah.
That's why
Those
we
three
have
are
Red
really
Cross
good.
flags.
Oh.
Brax, we love you. We absolutely love you, but we implemented Red Cross flags into our world because of Brax. Like, I love that kid. And he is flying.
Yes.
I mean, he's been back for...
Not long. I want to say, I think Mesquite was his first race back.
Did he ride practice at Mesquite the weekend before, then race? Or he tried to ride practice,
No.
jacked up his ankle, and then raced?
I think
Yeah.
he just
I mean, so
raced
he
straight,
basically
yeah.
had 30 minutes on a dirt bike.
Yep.
And then finished third in 450 novice.
He's on a 125 against all those kids on 250s too.
Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine how fast he's going to go? Like, just,
Just keep building.
Yep.
Keeps going.
yeah,
Yep.
slow down to go faster, Brax.
Yep,
Like,
sir.
that, but Brax is flying. And that's in the younger 450 novice class. The older one, Jace Jones, Jordan Batt, Skylar Lenty. Like, all going fast. Like, all going fast. Like, I think that Jordan Batt, 904, like,
Yep.
starting to put it together.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he always had a couple of weird get-offs,
Mhm.
and he's starting to put his motos together. So, Zane Cannon, he had been down to Mesquite all year long, number 189 on the KTM.
Yep. Comes every weekend.
Zane went 4-3, so 450 novice is stacked.
It is.
Sam moved out of it because he was afraid of him.
Very.
Yeah, yeah.
Too dangerous.
But like, I mean, you skip around in those big bike classes. Like, Pud talked about open amateur. That's everyone. 450 novice. The novice motos. Let's just kind of chat about them. But schoolboy one, Hayden Anselon. I think he only races.
I think so too. And he just has a 125 still. He's
Yeah.
got another one, but
He
yeah,
doesn't
he's a really good
practice.
rider.
He just goes fast. Like, he just goes fast. Like, you got to hand it to Hayden.
Yep.
He went 1-1 in schoolboy one. I thought that I misspoke when I say Jace won everything, but Jace Allred was only there on Friday,
That's true.
and then they were on their way to Texas. So Anzalone went 1-1. Brax Morgan went 2-2. Like,
Yep, that's impressive.
Everett Clark went 4-3 on a super mini.
Yeah, so
That's-
third overall. And so
Mhm.
a super mini, third overall.
And then little Wyatt Story. I think he's northern Idaho. He went 3-4. And he's new to the RMX scene. I'd like to meet that little boy, 821 on the Husky,
Yeah.
because he's moving. Like,
He is.
that's one of those that I thought was only there for the qualifier, but I think we might see him a little bit more. So he, Wyatt Story, if you get a chance, come by, say hello, would like to meet you. He's going fast.
Absolutely.
Deegan Gale went 5-6.
Yeah, he's on the move. Yeah. Oh, and he's on a 125 now too. Right, so he's not just one of the super mini guys. He's
Yep.
on a 125.
Yep.
First year on the big bike.
He's going fast, but same thing, like that class is working. Schoolboy won. Like, we made sure we matched the national structure. Kids were riding 125s. It gives them another place for their super minis, and it's going well. So, yeah. I mean, I think that gets us through, like, the amateur big bikes.
Yep.
Pro motos. You guys were in them. Hopefully you can remember them.
Yeah.
Chat a little bit about them. We had a guest appearance from Chris Kiefer. We wanted Aiden. They brought Chris, which is cool.
Yep.
Because Aiden was who we really wanted, but it came with Chris. So,
Yep. The one thing that I'll say about our pro motos is it's really cool to have a kid like Chance Hymas continuing to come to our races. A lot of times, you know, when they sign their pro contract, or not pro contract, when they sign to a factory team, you kind of lose them. Like, they feel like they need to go to Club MX or MTF. You know, they kind of start, or Southern California, whatever. So to have the Hymases recognize the value in coming and getting gate jobs is cool to see, because we've had really good guys come up. Well, you know, mainly just Garrett Marchbanks and Pierce Brown. You know, but we lost them as soon as they got on the big bike. You know, we got to watch them race super minis, and then they were gone. You know, so to be able to watch Chunk in person every single weekend and watch his progression, you know, and just watch what a talented rider he is, I think that's a treat that hopefully everybody at RMX races realizes. You know, you're getting to watch elite level talent. I mean, he's one of the fastest kids in the country, you know, and so to be able to see him on a weekly basis is like I said, I think it's just a really cool thing for everybody at RMX races.
well, that's it. I mean, we posted a few years ago about Cache Valley MX 65 Open 2011, and it was Marchbanks, Brown, Kilroy, Rodriguez, all red.
Yep.
Corbin Etherton was in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Garrett had his Cowie ride, you know, and was going on to great things. Pierce was went on to great things, and it worked for them.
Yep.
But when you look at Chance Hymas and Preston Kilroy, they just stayed home. They've taken advantage of some RMX that has to offer, and having those elite level riders between Chance and PK, who went 1-2 in Open Pro, it's cool. And I know it hasn't happened yet because it happened sometime between Mesquite and Delta, but I'm pretty sure Chance goes on to win some pretty impressive stuff in Texas. So yeah, you're watching one of the fastest kids in the country right now race his dirt bike at some janky local race.
Right.
So it's just cool. But yeah, Open Pro, Chance Hymas, Preston Kilroy, McCoy, Chris Kiefer, Riley, Boston Boots, Kyler Braybeck, Taylor Allred, ruining Pud's day and night. She did ruin your day.
She did.
Taylor,
She was
Taylor.
going to too. She got in your head. Chad got in my head. Oh, don't talk to Chad. Don't talk to Chad.
Well, no. Wait. Kiefer took me out, bro. Remember on the start.
Well,
no, you lost to a chick.
Yeah.
Good call. Good try.
You were laying on his shift lever, right?
Hold on.
I shifted his bike into neutral with my elbow.
But it's cool. Like Open Pro, I mean, there is Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, California, Utah, Idaho. I mean, it's a regional championship series even at the pro level. Right now we're throwing back 100% payback. There's some stuff coming down the road that's just going to make it better for the pros. We don't know what that is yet because we do things out of order. So we're just going to post that later. So
And we don't know.
Yeah.
He knows. Ask him.
we're just going to race at 100% payback for a while. And then we're going to implement some stuff after we get a little into this that's going to make it well worth your while to come and race with us some more. Chris Kiefer and guys like that. So, Open Pro, Mesquite, fast dudes. I think it was good. It was success. And Mesquite. Let's just talk Mesquite.
Yeah.
How cool is that place?
It's awesome.
It's a cool
Yeah.
facility.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
Everybody's winter getaway.
It's off the charts. Like, you gotta at least get a shot. And Nate Shaw over here, he's done more dozer work, tractor work at Mesquite. He's quiet. He doesn't say a lot.
That's how I roll.
He just
Stop
happens to
sitting in
stop
dozer.
by Delta for the post race show. We all drove to Delta together to sit in a snowstorm. He just didn't be in 20-degree temperatures instead of 70, but just Mesquite MX. Like, it's
It's a
legit.
cool place. Yeah.
It's got elevation. It's gonna be a regular on the RMX schedule moving forward. It's a really, really cool place. Good place to race a dirt bike. So, with that, we wrap things up at Mesquite.
I think so.
We winterize all of our rigs. We drive them to Delta. We start shivering, and we get ready for post-race show round 2 when it happens in 2 weeks. Cool.
Snow.
We're at
Over at Delta next. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we're at Delta.
That's Narnia.